song, but Damien Crawford, me never want to remix the song, but Damien Crawford, I get out of hand. If you congratulate the big man, Andrew who listen, Bill Houseman, CMP, I'm worried about cutting a ribbon, JP, party, prosperity, no man. Choose Jamaica, we little island, Mark Wood, man, of course. Man, of course, you know, no orange clothes. Cut the ribbon, Labour Party, I want. Oh, yeah, man. Me never want to remix this.
I'm gonna say a newbie. Northwest Clarendon, big up on yourself. Blessed love, my brother. You don't know, play this one for your nation. Yeah, man, Clarendon incident. God bless, no one curse. No time to linger. Newbie said that, you know. Northwest Clarendon, big up on yourself. Newbie is the one. Terry Lennon said that. Come on, squeeze it off for Newbie. No time, yeah, to linger. No time to linger. Newbie, time to linger. Newbie always stand. Not just believe in you, I know. Oh, we let you be. People watching every move you make, every step you take. The way the people needing you be served. No time to linger. Northwest always strong. Northwest love you, I know. There's no hope to let you go. You'll be here. He's all answer to your every call. He could be like chemistry. Please stay when you be. No time to linger. Newbie is the answer. No time to linger. Always standing strong. No time at all. You can never get down, newbie. You'll be always standing for Northwest Clarendon. Na, leave it off in you. Break, no time to answer to your every call. He could be like chemistry, love to last for.
He said he's gonna keep it up. I reason it's slow, but we plainly have to go. Listen now. When you check the track record, one thing you know is true. They make this country prosper, so another term is you.
So we have just created a space right in front here, so everybody have just gather inside this space. that we have. So if you're across the road there, you have to just come across here the road. All I live in them was in Clarendon. All I live in them was to come.
Anybody alive, put up on one. Anybody alive, put up on one. Anybody alive, so. Everybody. Come on.
So.
In our town hall series of meetings. We are preparing ourselves to go into the full-fledged political meetings. But this sort of setting allows for residents to put questions to the leadership, the political leadership, and have those questions answered. I think it allows for more meaningful engagement rather than just being on a stage and we are speaking loudly and music is playing and all of the jazz that come with a political rally. This is more in keeping with what is desired by residents to make sure that their issues are being addressed, that what you want to happen is known by those who are seeking to lead you, that we can formulate a set of plans that will bring all your hopes and aspirations into reality. We're very blessed today to have with us the Honorable Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister of Health and Member of Parliament for West Central St. Catherine. Minister Tufton was due to be on a tour with us today, but he had to divert to treat with a matter in his own constituency that the Prime Minister was also attending. So we know if the circumstances were otherwise, he would have been here for the full day. But we are very thankful that even after having all of the hard work today, I'm sure he has already carried out more than a full day's work. He still took the drive here, which he says took him the better part of 2 hours, and to share with us in this fashion. So I'm very thankful, sir, that you have decided to join us. All right? And we're going to, engage as we've done before. You ask the questions and the answers are given. Feel free to ask any question that comes to your mind. And let us address them as forthrightly as we can. Yes. I'm going to allow the Minister to give an opening statement and of course for us to engage afterwards.
We can ask any question.
All right, thank you very much, my friend and colleague, Warren Newby. He's now your own, and I want to big him up on your behalf, and I'm sure you want to big him up too. So go ahead and big him up. So show what to worry Newbie. The next member of Parliament for Clarendon North and West. And I want to echo your sentiments. I want to support your efforts. That's why I'm here. And I want to begin by saying that Warren Newby is a friend, long-time friend, almost like a brother to me. And I've known him from almost short pants, but not exactly short pants. But that's all. From he was a student at the University of the West Indies when he was studying, acquiring his degree, but at the same time working hard for the Jamaica Labour Party. So Warren never started yesterday. He never started last week. It's years now into this thing. Years, and he and I have traveled a journey through G2K, and then he was in the Senate, and beyond that, he has been probably around this country 100 times campaigning for the Labour Party in successive elections and for other causes with various leaders and MPs and caretakers. So now that he has been assigned, based on his interests and his love for you, the responsibility of taking home this seat, this constituency, I just want to say to you as my opening remark that this is a man in whom I am well pleased, the party is well pleased, the leader of the party is well pleased, and a man who we know will represent you to the full 100. Don't judge him based on the past. Don't assume that he's going to do what anybody else do. He is his own man. And what he said is what he means. And Mr. Mike, you may have to adjust the mic so I don't know if you're too directly in front of me. Maybe it's the feedback you may need to pull down a little or back up a little or something like that. But I want you to assess him based on who he is, what he represents, and how he has conducted himself since he has been given the nod by the party to represent you. Are you pleased with Warren Newby? Are you pleased with Warren Newby? Say, show us your right. Excellent. I like that. I like the energy. So, I am saying that because sometimes we're not always happy with the past. We have mixed fortunes based on our experiences, based on our knowledge, based on a whole heap of things. I am saying so because sometimes we, and rightfully so, sometimes get a little concerned about some of the things that we think we should have and didn't get, including some of the community things, whether it's the road, or it's the water, or it's some personal that you think you deserve. Oftentimes, as Labourites, our community people generally, we feel a little less than satisfied. And if you're government in office, you may even feel more aggrieved because you think so because we're in office. Or if you had a former MP who you think should have delivered more and they never deliver it, you may even be more dissatisfied. Go back a little more, yeah man. A little. Alright, you should be good now.
Hold on, what is this then?
I am saying that to say that, as I would say in my constituency, no fry Warren in a nobody fat. Oh, that song? That sound like straight up? And then I come up with mince words, you know. I come up with talk, the talk. He said, no fry Warren in a nobody fat. Judge him on his own character, his own commitment, his own articulation of the vision for the constituency. And members say, man, I MP yet. So he can't do what he would like to do. But I know from my experience of him and my knowledge of working with him. He was my general secretary when I was president at G2K. He was my campaign manager. I've worked with him in government. I've seen him provide leadership at the university, the young G2K campus chapter. And I've seen him as a man committed to his family, committed to his career and profession, and just committed to other people who are seeking office, staying in the background and doing the work. And I know that he's going to give you his full 100. So my first message to you is that we all have to go the extra mile to get Warren Newby elected as the next member of parliament for this constituency. And what does the extra mile mean? The extra mile mean, in layman country argument, not one stone should be left unturned to make sure that everybody come out and vote for Warren Newby. It means that if you did vex with your neighbor, don't make up with them to get them to vote for Warren Newby. It means that if you have a bunch of banana and you never used to share it, cut it up in a bunches and in a hand and go and give some people on the road, just say, why you do it yourself, listen man, we have to work now to get the best representation ever, and Warren is the best man for the job. It means that if you have your church brother upon the pulpit, or upon the choir, or sister, you have to talk little politics now. Now is the time. And I am not mincing words. It means if your favorite bar stool have two other people sit down beside you on a Friday evening when you have your regular little drinks, you have to talk little politics now. Now is the time. We don't have no other time like the time the present. Now is the best time. And you can do so with conviction. That's why I'm giving you this testimony. You can do so with conviction, knowing that Warren Newby is not going to let you down. Show a labor rights? You can do so with conviction, knowing that he's going to give you his full 100. And as long as I am there, and I will be counted after the next election, I can guarantee you that. Greetings from St. Catherine, West Central. Okay? I'm sending love to you. As long as I'm there, I am going to give Warren, as your next member of parliament, full 100 support for the people of this constituency. That is a partnership that is cast in stone and commitment and will be delivered on. But you have to play your part. So the elections are close. Everybody know that. It's no secret. The 5-year term soon done. So we're not talking tales out of school. The leader of the party, Prime Minister, will call it soon and very soon. And he has as much as signaled that. It means that all of us have to be ready for the election. And ready means ready on the ground, ready with your neighbor and your friend, ready to do the walk, ready to carry out the people, ready to make the sacrifice, and ready to put all differences aside to put the Labour Party above self. Because it's 5 years we're investing on. It's not tomorrow, and it's not right now.
We love that.
But there are some things that you have to consider and help others to understand. Because for the most part, we are all the foot soldiers right here. You might have a few people listening on who trying to make up their mind, and that is all right. I hope they're listening. But some of you, most of you here are the real foot soldiers who have to pave the pavement and go out there to do the work. And we must make those who spread rumors and propaganda or claim to be the best option get us down or motivated, because they are not the best option. This government has been in office for 9 years or so. 2 terms. And I can tell you, as Minister of Health, that the challenges of government over those 9 years have been greater than most other periods under other administration. We had the tail end of Zik V, then we had Chick V, then we had 1 year of a dengue outbreak, then we have the literal collapse of one of the largest hospitals in Western Jamaica and the country, Cornwall Regional. Then we had 2+ years of COVID, the biggest pandemic in 100 years, the only one in 100 years. And this government has been able to manage and provide leadership with your support to save lives. While we're doing that, to build out more health centers and upgrade more health centers than any other government before, including this one right here, which is going to benefit from some $3 million that has been assigned to this constituency. You're going to see some work here. 138 and counting under various programs, Operation Refresh, health system strengthening, various programs to give communities like this one better health services at the community level. This government has built more hospitals. If you go to Cornwall, brand new hospital will be built. Western Child, brand new adolescent and children hospital. Spanish Town have 2 big cranes building out a 6-story building. And on Thursday we're breaking ground for the largest expansion of the University Hospital in the West Indies. Nearly $14 billion expansion, a 6-floor building that we're going to break ground for on Thursday. We're doing the same for Alexandra Hospital up in the hills of St. Anne, which was literally closed down for years. St. Anne's Bay, we broke ground for a new outpatient facility at Maypen Hospital. And of course, I can tell you about Chapelton because you live close enough to it. And you know that Chapelton was literally closed down. And Labour Party under Andrew Holness bring back Chapelton with the people of Northern Clarendon. I can give you stories and stories and stories of the work and the effort during these challenging times of the last 9 years. So we have been able to walk, swim, run and ride at the same time. Their mothers never did it. They couldn't do it. They never had the capacity to do it. And the people of Jamaica are better off. I could say the same thing for crime management. We're 40% down with murders within 1 year. The best improvement of violent crime anytime in our history by this Andrew Holness government. The PNP couldn't do that. People feel safer in their communities now because of how we have renovated police stations, hire more policemen, more vehicles, better training, and better intelligence to solve the crime problem. And they were against us when we were doing some of these things. Well, the people are better off. I could say the same for no taxes that have been imposed in 9 years on the people of Jamaica. When they were there, they were imposing tax every year. Every time budget read, I wonder what else I can get taxed. That has not happened under this Andrew Holness government. So, you know, I could give you a whole heap of it. Now, what is very instructive, and I want you to listen to me good on this. I hear the leader of the opposition, Golden, talking about rescuing Jamaica. He is going to rescue Jamaica. And you know, I have to shake my head. Because to me, it is the most barefaced hypocrisy I have ever heard being meted out on the ears, the eyes, and the visuals of the Jamaican people. He also speaks about this ethical posture and positioning as if he's some paragon of virtue and ethics. And I want Jamaicans to be wary of those who come in the name of morals and ethics and who come to rescue when their track record speaks directly opposite to what now they are promising to do. The reality is that if anybody has rescued Jamaicans and more Jamaicans than any other time, it is this Jamaica Labour Party government under Andrew Holness. We reduce poverty, we impose no new taxes, we bring down crime, we restore more health centers, we add more doctors and nurses, we provide more medication under the National Health Fund than any time before under any other government, certainly better than under any PNP administration. So we need to reject this notion that somehow he is now some great rescuer. Rescuer of what? As to the ethical and moral high ground, I would advise Jamaicans to be wary of that claim too, because he is no paragon of virtue or ethics. Let's face it, he's insinuating a lot and suggesting a lot when he makes these claims, trying to position himself in comparison to others in the Labour Party, including our leader Andrew Holness. But if we are to be honest and frank about it, Mark Golding with colleagues Peter Bunting made most of their money because they positioned themselves as these great businessmen. They're not that great businessmen. And I don't grudge nobody for their money. Let me just tell you that up front. But they shouldn't be pretending as if somehow they have worked harder than anybody else for what they have. In fact, there are many who think that they never worked that hard. It is because of connection in the first instance. And in the second instance, the environment, same harsh environment created by the PFP in those days that they benefited from. And some would argue that they have been predators in terms of benefiting off the backs of the Jamaican people during the era of high interest rates, which led to the collapse of the financial sector and the emergence of the FinSac arrangement. It was Golding and Bunting who, as far as we know, were the greatest beneficiary of the misfortune of the greatest number of Jamaicans. That is not hearsay, that is a reality. And to add insult to injury, having claimed this higher ground of moral, ethical authority, Golding goes and declares and is published under the Integrity Commission rules for leaders that he's valued, what, $160 million? Well, I tell you something. Anybody who believes that still being breastfed because they don't understand the realities of what is happening in the country today and what they have done and how they have benefited over that period of time. So this concept of ethics is something that is dangerous when it is claimed by people like those. They should not assume that we don't know. And if people don't know, it is our duty to inform them. They should also not be allowed to use innuendos to argue the guilt or innocence of persons who have the legal right to challenge any position that they feel aggrieved with. And the truth is, we are going to manage this campaign in a way that they are not allowed to get away with positioning themselves as being these goody-goody two-shoe and everybody else is not that. Because that's not true. They don't deserve that positioning. So tonight I say to you, I am willing to hear your questions, but I'm challenging you before those questions to say, go out and do what needs to be done. Because you have a good government, you have good leadership, and you have a good caretaker MP in waiting. And we need to give him the support. Make sure that him get the full 100 support because you are investing in him so that he will invest in you and have the authority to make your life better. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right. The other mic has been made available. Done? Done? You have the other mic?
Who wants one more mic?
All right, so you have to show the question them first. Questions. Taking questions.
We have many.
Start out.
Many questions.
Forward and come ask your question.
Serious?
Yeah, man, forward and ask your question.
No, everyone no welcome. Everyone move on.
Yeah, man, good night. One big small farmer then.
Yes.
Small farmers always get back and around the hardest work. So you want to know one thing.
Good one, sir. Good one.
Thank you for that question. It's a very critical grouping of small farmers. And we have to work through a number of issues to get to solutions for small farmers. The first is we have to look at mechanization. As one of the effects of the hard work, as I go house to house and see the retired farmers and almost to a man, they are suffering from back problems, Minister. And part of that has to do with the way they have been lifting weight, the hoeing and forking of the land, the lifting of that and so on. So hold on, so we have to work first and foremost at some mechanization. Certainly in these parts, some of the lands that are being farmed, we can use like handheld plows and, you know, in some instances, small excavators, right? To do some of the work in some of the lands, because some of them are so steep that machines are not going to be able to farm those lands. What we want to do is to create a bank of tools from which small farmers are going to be able to lease and rent to help them mechanize their production. Already, we have been able to secure funding from RADA to improve access to the farmlands in Mountain back in Coffee Peace. And we anticipate that within 2 weeks' time, work will start in Mountain to open back that road, that people are going to be able to access their farms and to bring produce. Yes, I'm certain the contract is now in what they call a standstill period, which means that within a short space of time, it will be awarded and then the work will commence over there. Then we move to the welfare of the farmer. So many of them work hard all their lives, but have not been able to secure pensions. And under Minister Floyd Green, a pension scheme has been created for small farmers. And of course, as part of my own mandate, I want to improve the contributions to the National Insurance Scheme. I go into homes and I ask people, are you paying your NIS? And almost instantly they say, why, I never know that I could pay it. Yes. So we have to provide that information to improve the contributions to the scheme, and of course to introduce in a wide-scale way the insurance and pension scheme that have been introduced by Minister Floyd Green. When we move from welfare, we have to look at access to markets, and that starts with what you are producing. Now, we grow a lot of yams, a lot of sweet potato, and some amount of catch crops. But I have noticed, I was in a farm store just down the road recently, and I saw on the shelves cucumbers, right? Cucumbers and the squashes and so on are produce that have sustained high values. The price of cucumber will come down, right? So while tomato will go into growth, you find that cucumber holds prices. And what we want to do is to expand the types of crops that will hold value, that will allow for better return for the effort that you are putting in. And it leads me to the other area, which is the orchard crops. We used to have a very important one here called chocolate, and that has been reduced to bare minimum. So we have to work together to find a way to sustain, to resuscitate, to revitalize the chocolate, the cocoa industry in these parts, because as an orchard crop, it holds value. The other orchard crop that does well is Aki's. And the factory up in Peakside and all of the others that are now buying, they just can't get enough. Because along with yams, Aki is one of the fastest growing export crop for Jamaica. So in short, we want to look at the welfare of the farmer, look at his access, look at what he's farming, balance that out, that his income can be improved. The last thing I want to speak about is the yams. We give away too much in value. The middleman comes and buys, and then he takes it and sells it to an exporter. So where the farmer is, he's getting, the portion that comes to the farmer is too small. So we want to remove some of the middlemen, and through a cooperative system, allow you to have a factory that washes, cuts, and packs, and sells directly into the export market. So all of that value that you are giving up through the third-party contracts will now come to you as a farmer. I want to do that for yams, sweet potatoes, and cashew.
I want to add one other thing. I think the best days are ahead for our Jamaican farmers. Based on what Warren has said, but based on some new policies that are coming on stream. The big one is our school nutrition policy. So myself and the Minister of Education, starting with Minister Favor Williams, who is going in finance, and Dana Dixon Morris, who is now in education. We have done a joint submission, having had much consultation all over the country, to prescribe the nutritional requirements of our children in school. So the meals that are to be prepared, we will attempt to give them a more balanced meal. That policy has been approved by Cabinet. The Ministry of Health has actually hired an executive chef. We have someone for the first time in history, another first under this government. Health has an executive chef trained to help to develop menu options, both for the hospitals and for the schools. And a big part of that menu is going to be eating local, not imported. So to the extent that the farmer can produce consistently the yams, the sweet potato, the banana, the vegetable crops, those are automatic improvement in the nutritional offering of our children, for our children. Those will address some of the health concerns they have early onset of diabetes, hypertension. And we have to start to train them early to see local as being more nutritious for them than imported tin food. You know, I was Minister of Agriculture and I was a big player in the Eat Local campaign. So the school nutrition program is envisioning buying a lot more local, and the local have to come from the local farmers. So we certainly will work with agriculture to identify the farms and the farmers who can grow consistently and to have direct contract with them so that both the hospitals and the schools will be buying more from them. And that represents big business in every parish, in every community, because every community have a school that is close by. So listen out for that. That's going to start once we get the third term. Once you come out and give Warren the third term, this constituency will be included in that.
Good night, Laborites. Shower Laborites. I'm just saying this. Last week, Tuesday, I live in my community, in my local district for 38 years. And the only time my party had win 2 seats, Mr. Light Francis and Mr. Saman. And for 30 years, they had a party control that little district as the parish council. I've never yet seen one of them pass through. And last week Tuesday when I looked, one barrage come down and I get them out of my little district. I said, where you going? I'm living here for 38 years and I've never one day see one orange come down in my district where I live. And I tell them, well on the road for a third term. And I'm asking every labor rights from the 4 parish, the 4 constituencies in Clarendon here, please to stop talking about I'm not voting. Because no matter what, the other party will come out and vote. Make me talk so we not vote. Me not vote for. Alright, me not go say, we not go say the other man gone and he never do this and he never do that. But me a vote for Jamaica Labour Party. Me a vote for my country. Me a vote out the other side because me not dig them out and talk. I lost my father's 18 years now. And when I went to Percy Junior Hospital to remove the body to Mr. Phillips, they said I have to pay the 60,000. And I didn't have all of it and I have to pay half in May 30. And I remember I run from where I live here straight to Chotal for my foot. Go meet Mr. Golden when he said in Chotal, no more hospital fee, free health care. And the $30,000 until today I did not pay. Me not vote for handout. Me not look handout. Me vote for me water, me road, and me country. But most of the time what happened to our side, many of the time we only got 1 term. And 1 term can't do everything 1 time. So we need another chance. So even though Mr. Warren Newby may not come from him Clarendon here as they said, but it's our party. So let me give him a try. So every labor right come out, come vote election day and talk about me now vote. For the other side now say that. Make we come out, come vote for Jamaica Labour Party. Because we know the benefit. And you see them criticize the boss and the this and the that. If I them men can come here, then they are talking nothing about voting. And when you vote, you can't hold on more. Make we come out, come vote for Jamaica Labour Party. Get a 1 term. Most time the labor right them sit down. We not vote coming up get this, we not vote coming up. Make we come out go vote for this Jamaica Labour Party.
Good night, family and friends. This is the voice of the Jamaican Labour Party. Clarendon. We have too much bad road in Clarendon. No water. So we want to know where them are going to feel we know. A long time we have voted for the Jamaican Labour Party. And Mr. Christopher is here. So we want him to say something to we. Thank you, sir.
Alright. Very good. It is our number one concern. Number one concern right throughout the constituency. Alright? But this is what we have inherited, and we have to work to resolve it, that you all can feel, better about the communities in which you live, because the services of water and roads are available. What we have started with are the roads that you would call the main roads. These are the roads linking the townships. So today I am proud to say that work has started on the Spaldings to Frankfield main road. And that is a major corridor that has been in disrepair for some time, and we are happy that the REACH program is now there taking care of it. We anticipate that very shortly work will start on the Belcaris, on the Thompson Town to Sheffield Road, which is also another major corridor that is in need of repair, and also the road from Frankfield through 9 turns and on to Smithville. So representation has been made, and the major corridors we are anticipating startup of repairs to those roads. As I said earlier, we have also gotten the benefit of farm roads, and just up in Coffee Peace there, one of those roads, the Coffee Peace to Mountain Road, is about to be, to Red Ground, is about to be repaired. As you know, I have been using cement to repair Dykes Hill. Next weekend, another section of it is going to be done in conjunction with the church there, as we try to make sure that that corridor is accessible. I was quite surprised to hear that one of the persons who said the road should be condemned and those people who live around here need to move out. I was told quite recently that he was around here walking house to house. I wonder what could have caused that? What could have caused that? But we're working on it. And I want to say now about the water. We are not short of water in Northwest Clarendon. What we have not done very well is to harvest, treat, and distribute the water. So what we are going to do now is a comprehensive plan looking at where the water sources are, looking at the communities that have and those who don't have, and what needs to do to integrate the system that we can move around the water, that everybody can get it. In the newspaper on Sunday, you would have seen me making a bold statement that in 7 years, we want 95% of Northwest Clarendon to have access to potable water.
I want to just lend my support to Warren and his vision for water. And I want to use my constituency of St. Catherine West Central as an example. When I was given the nod and the vote in 2016, one of the things I campaigned on My constituency have terrain like this. Start from Spanish Town and go all the way back to Clarendon, Bella's Gate. I share border with Nesta Morgan down the road. I share with Warmington. I share with Babsy. I share with Wheatley. I share with Natalie Headlinita on the other side. So it's a big constituency with a lot of hills. And a lot of people, especially in the hills, like here, did not have water in their pipes. And I made a commitment because like this constituency, you have a lot of water running all over the place. And it is about harnessing that, capturing it, treating it, and piping it into communities. And I'm telling you, 9 years on, Watermount, which is the most famous one. Can you imagine a place named Watermount and have no water? And the reason why I name Watermount is because it has streams, water run at different places. We have put in under the Rural Water Authority a $125 million project, supported of course by this government, where we are running pipe and have run pipe, having harnessed the water from a stream, purified it, stored it in different tanks, and pipe it into over 5,000 people are benefiting from that as we speak. That never did it before I became MP. There's a community called Connors in the Ginger Ridge Division with a stream that runs reliably every day. They never had pipe water. We did the same thing, create the catchments, purify the water, and pipe it into the people's homes. There's another one that is called Gold Mine, which only went to a certain point, right on the border with Nesta Morgan. We have extended that to serve other areas as far as a community called Brownsall. And there are others that we're working on. I raise it because I know that it might not mean anything to you because it's not you getting it. I may understand that. But I raise it to say that with vision and leadership, if you have the right resources, you can produce and distribute the water into homes. So that is why I believe Warren and what he said. Because I know the terrain, I know there's a lot of water, and I know the government of the day in the third term will give him as Member of Parliament the support to convert running water into pipe water into your community. So make sure you give the support to get that, because I did it in my area. Him can do it in this area also.
Questions? Next. Young people are here.
Good night, everyone. Sir, what plans do you have in place to improve the health facility in this constituency?
Well, I'm so happy that you asked that question because the right man is here. I will share my vision. I will share my vision and allow Minister to speak on it. There are several different components to health. And I'm so thankful for the leadership you have provided, Minister, because prior to your time, people thought about health only in terms of what would happen when we feel sick and go to the doctor. And you have managed to broaden the whole scope and thinking to include wellness. So I want to start here that we have to treat with ourselves, right? And through the Citizens Association, through the youth clubs, our position is that everybody should be participating in sports. get moving. Get moving. Because I've been walking, Minister, and I'm telling you, I am feeling so much better day by day because of how my activity level has increased by going house to house. So we want to make sure that we standardize that here to improve health outcomes. We have to be exercising, we have to be eating right, we have to be keeping our medical appointments. So that's the first thing. And it goes to the personal responsibility that you have to talk about. You have to take care of your own self. Nobody can do it for you. You have to take care of your own self. So part of our message is also personal responsibility. Regarding the facilities now, Minister, you recently repaired the Thompson Health Center, the Frankfield Health Center. You are building one in Cumberland right now that is underway. And I am told that monies have been approved for the Sunbury Clinic that has been approved by NHS. And of course, this one where we are now is slated for repairs that will start shortly. What we want to do is to bring the pharmaceutical services, because none of our clinics currently have pharmacy. So we want to add pharmacy to all of them, that the people don't have to go elsewhere in order to get their prescriptions filled. But most importantly, we have to get an expansion of the Percy Junior Hospital in Spaldings. We need more beds, we need more services at Percy Junior Hospital. And I've seen what you have done in St. Anne's Bay. I see what you are doing in Alexandria. I see what is being done in Spanish Town. I see what has been done at Buff Bay. I see what is being done at Cornwall Regional. We know what has happened in Falmouth. We want Percy Junior Hospital to have more beds, and we have challenged the minister that we need it from you in the third term.
All right, thank you very much. So, you want to hear the response? You want to hear the response? All right, well, including the man, we have the spirits, and the spirits that take over right now. I hope you visit your clinic tomorrow, that's some good advice. Anyway, I want to agree with what your Member of Parliament to be has said. He has made some observations in the first instance. He says that health is everybody's business. And that's how this government has approached health. We have never discriminated against anybody. We look after everybody. When a campaign time, we campaign on our record. We don't tear down nobody. After that, when our record shows and proves itself, whoever comes, we give them treatment. And the message is the same to everybody. Your health, in the first instance, is your responsibility. You must eat right. You must avoid excessive salt, sugar, fats, tobacco, and the, what we are talking about, the spirits. Cut back on it a little bit. You know, say, you don't have none, We say you must overdo it. And you must visit your doctor for your regular checkup. Checkup, we call it. Your screening to see if you're hypertensive, if you're diabetic, if you're prone to it. Then the doctor can say, okay, cut back on this, cut back on that, do a little more exercise. We in Jamaica, we tend not to go to the doctor unless we're sick. We want to avoid that. Now, one of the big policies of this government has been to improve community health, like this health center. You hear Warren say that all health centers in this constituency have benefited from improvements or slated to benefit from improvement. I want to commend him because since he has become your MP caretaker, he has lobbied me to make sure that we complete that. So he is already representing you in that regard. I know why you pick him up for that. That is what good representation is about. His comments about Spalding, Percy Jr. is very accurate. And I want to say that is what representation is about. That's why you need a man like this. Because he's not mincing his words. He's saying as MP, he's going to challenge the minister and always come to the minister and lobby to improve not just the health centers, but the hospital that is closest to you. I am prepared to work with him by looking at what they have, looking at what the people need, and putting in place what is necessary. If it's more beds, if it's more services, more doctors, more nurses, we are prepared to do that. Because our philosophy as a government is that a healthy nation is a nation that is happy, that is productive, and that can enjoy themselves in their communities. And we must bring health to the people. We don't really want nobody to have to travel to Maypen or Mandeville unless it's some specialized service, because you can have all the services everywhere. So I want to just commit tonight in front of all of you that I am prepared to work with your MP to be, give him the job, and I will make sure as a solid partnership that your health services in this constituency are improved with more doctors, more nurses, pharmacy services, and your hospitals also get what they need. Thank you very much.
Questions? We can take about 3 more. Questions? Tell me where you're there from, Wayne. You can't get the mic. You can't get the mic.
Why is the way? Give it up. Hold on. Big man.
Yes. You know, I want to also speak to the students. I want to speak to the students. I want to speak about this very important offering that we want to put on stream in September. It's our second chance program. I've met so many young women who say to me that they did not continue their education because they got pregnant or because their parents couldn't afford to send them any further. And so many of them still have their ambition in their being. It is right there, constantly thinking about it and wanting to fulfill this vision that they have had for their life. We are introducing a second chance program that will allow you to matriculate. So if you have the 2 CXCs and you need 3 more, that will allow you to qualify to go on to college. We are going to provide the support from the CDF to allow you to go back to a facility near you and to complete your CXCs. Some of you want to have skills, technical vocational skills. But because you already have the children, you can't go very far away from home in order to receive the skills training. So we're going to use some of the facilities that are near you. Not all the skills areas can be offered in every community. But we're going to use up some of the facilities that are near you to offer skills training. And I'm so proud to say one of the facilities that we have identified is right here at the Leciesterfield Primary School. Because where the all-age section of the school was, that building is underutilized. I want to convert it that we are able to offer some skills training from that location. Any other questions? Still taking questions. Okay, the Compound Community Center is very tricky. The first thing I want to say to you is that we have already acquired the posts that are needed for its lighting. So very shortly, posts are going to be installed at the field at the community center for us to have light, because one of the things I want to see here is the night football continuing at Copperwood. And as it regards the building there though, after some consultations I found out that the floor of the building is too low. The foundation is too low, and we have not been able to get GEI certification for it to be powered, because the fear is that when the grounds become flooded, it is going to affect the electricity supply to the building and so on. So we will have to repair the building to lift the floor. We have to lift the floor of the building, and it means taking off the slabbing that is there to also lift the roof. So it's a project into the future, right? Because we have identified the problem, and now we will now have to go and seek after the funding to effect the sort of repairs that it can become functional again. Okay? Yeah, but I'm saying to you, the lights are on the way. We are guaranteeing you that you're going to have lights shortly over here. You can. You can. Any other? One last one. Things have been so good that you don't even want to talk to you no more, eh?
Come forward.
Come to the mic, I'm going to take it back. Come to the mic. Come to the mic. Come to the mic, I'm going to get that. Come on.
Come, they're not going to put the light on you. Come.
Come behind it, come on.
Are you planning to have dental to all the health centers?
Tough question.
That's a good question, but I bet I'm not easier to answer that.
First of all, let me say that this government has done more for oral health or dental services than any other. We have over 75 dental clinics in our public health system. We have had more dentists, dental hygienists, and we are providing more services than any time before. One of our signature programs is a program called Second Chance Smiles. I hear Warren here talk about Second Chance for training, and I commend him for that, because it is through skills that we can work and earn and feel good about ourselves and our families. But Second Chance Smiles has provided over 4,500 Jamaicans and counting with dentures, basically replace their teeth where they have lost their permanent teeth for whatever reason. And while we're doing that, we are educating and informing Jamaicans as to why they must go to the dentist, go to the public health oral health clinic to get a checkup of their mouth, to see whether they're getting any cavity, to deal with it early, to get information on how to brush, to clean, to floss, and to take whatever corrective action is necessary. You would have seen 2 weeks ago too that we have now acquired in the public health system the most advanced dental x-ray machine than every time before. 4 of them actually, which can give you 3D imagery just like any private dentist to know exactly what is going on in your mouth. So we are investing. The answer to your question is, we will be expanding our dental clinics. I cannot honestly say that every single one of your 4 or 5 health centers will have a dental facility. because we don't do that, we don't do it like that. What we do is find a central point in your area, decide which one of the facility or two of the facilities should have it, and equip those with the equipment, and of course persons would go to those areas and benefit. So I will say to you that if you don't have any now, I'll work with your MP to make sure that you have it at some strategic location or locations. And therefore you can access it in order to benefit from the oral health services. We're putting a very big effort on this because I believe personally, and I've said it publicly, that when a man or a woman have a good smile, it does a lot for them. It gets them more employment, it gets them feeling better about themselves, more self-confidence, it gets them more healthy because they can chew them food better, to swallow and digest, which is very important. And the fourth one, which people tend to laugh about, is that if they don't have a partner, a girlfriend or boyfriend, and when they meet the girl and the guy, and them laugh with them, and them don't see the back of them throat, because them see some nice white teeth to show, you're likely to get the girl or the guy at a better chance than if you never have it. So what do you say about that? You agree with that? So our labor rights, we want all our Labour Party people to have the right partner in life. And I'm a big promoter of that because, as we said, if you can afford it, nothing wrong with having 2 or 3. Eh? I don't want to go become stone me, you know. But the truth is, labor rights are lovers, we're not fighters, right? No, but seriously though, oral health is very important. It is as important as your general checkup. And so you do need to have that presence in your community. And I'll work with your MP to make sure that happens.
All right. One more question.
Are we going to get farmer cards for hospitality, housekeeping, etc.?
Amen to that.
And are you going to have any training programs in place for them?
It's the, that question I get everywhere. The young men, these are farming communities, Minister. And so many lives have been transformed by that opportunity to go overseas and work. And unfortunately, we don't get enough. The first part of the effort has to be to increase the number of opportunities that are being presented. So it's woefully inadequate currently. We don't get enough cards to satisfy the demand that is here. And I think overall, the government must redouble its efforts to get additional access to Canada and to America, the USA, for more of our farm hands to be able to access this opportunity that is so transformative. Overseas work in general is important to rural development. It has been instrumental in Jamaica for many, many decades. And we have not formalized all of it. So people are traveling from these parts to the Cayman Islands, for example. We want to look at how we can reach out to employers and recruiters from those places. The Cayman Islands, what I would call the near shores, Bermuda, Cayman Islands, Turks and Caicos, British Virgin Islands, etc. To reach out to the employment agencies in these countries and to set up a system that will allow us to get far greater access, particularly in the cosmetology and health services and also in hospitality, because the young women have been asking and we have not been getting enough of the cards for young women. So we have to look at access, we have to look at structure. And then regarding the men, I'm told of instances where people have turned up for the cards and they are not in fact farmers. So we have to have a sitting at the ground level to make sure, since the cards are limited, everyone that is given out, we have to be sure that that person is on his way to board a plane to go away and make some money for his or her family. So we have to sit and get rid of some of the people who are turning up demanding the card, but they know they have police records that have not been expunged. And you get the card and you go up the sum and you waste it. Right? Some of them have medical injuries that will not allow them to pass the test, etc. So we have to set some sort of system that will allow us in the first instance that every card that we give away, it is to somebody who we are sure will travel overseas and be able to earn. And secondly, we have to look at expanding the opportunity, because today it is too limited to satisfy the demand that is on the ground.
I'm fully supportive of this. I know that the farmer cards are a big part of rural life, and I know that people who have benefited have come back and have improved on their house, buy a little vehicle, help send them children to school, and the government is committed. You would have seen Minister of Labour Colonel Charles Jr. announcing programs, traveling abroad to try to expand the program. And Jamaicans have done well, and they have come back to their communities after they finish, so they don't run off and all that sort of stuff. So I believe that there are opportunities. This government is a government that has a good relationship. A government that has a good relationship with the primary market of farmers, workers, US. And you're right, we do have a lot of Jamaicans in other countries in the region who demand and would like Jamaicans. We have a good reputation for working hard. We have a good reputation. Even some of us who don't work so hard at Jamaica, we go far in the work twice as hard, not true? Because we know say, true, you sweat on your brow, you need Jamaica. Jamaica is a very, very God-blessed country, Man can cut one bunch of banana and go live. You go far in and cold, lick banana on no tree. No banana tree no there. So you know say if you want food, you have to go buy it. And Jamaicans apply themselves. So whether it is in health, agriculture, cosmetology, any of those, Jamaicans work hard and we have a good reputation. And Warren is right. We have to filter to make sure we find the right person for the right job. So we improve the chance of them getting that work. And I believe we have the relationships to do it. So it's a matter of how we leverage that relationship. And this government has far better relationships through Camila Johnson-Smith. We have established more outposts, Jamaican posts in countries. I go to Dubai and see Jamaicans there working. I go to Japan and Jamaicans there teaching. China, India, of course, America, the entire Caribbean. So we have a very active outward migration population. And in fact, in some instances, we need some of them to come back because we get shot in health and so on. But you have the reputation. It's a matter of how we organize it. And we are the best government to do that, which is why you need an MP who is part of that government so we can move forward. And by the way, weren't you in Labour one time? Where were you? Parliamentary Secretary in Sports and Culture. Okay, all right. So you're not asking about dancehall business, all right.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I'm also, the farmer program is very dear to me because my father traveled for 40 years as a farm worker. 40 years. So I'm the child, I'm the product of We're so thankful that you have taken the time to come, those who are listening also. I'm sure that you have found the content of what we have to say to be refreshing. And I know people are weary of this constant politicking, right? And they want more meaningful engagement in the politics. They want a new politics. They want new leadership. They want to feel as if the transformation that is taking place in Jamaica is localized to spaces like Leciesterfield. We are committed to do it. We are committed to your causes. We know, because we have lived among you, we know what it is like in rural life. We know what has to happen, must happen, for you to have the benefits of the changes that are in Jamaica. And we are very committed to delivering on it. We have a very good government. Dr. Tufton has laid a very tough ministry to great acclaim, right? We want to give him his flowers. When he took over that ministry, every year, dengue was something that was killing hundreds of Jamaicans maybe, right? Some of it going undetected because the people just dead, and a lot of you. Today, because of the intervention that you have made with the fogging program and so on, right? I don't think we have had a dengue outbreak in many, many years, right? And it is to the credit of the government. And also the other mosquito-borne diseases. We have gotten them under control. The mastery with which yourself and the most honorable Prime Minister would have managed COVID to the acclaim of the entire world, right? And he's being modest tonight because he recently wrote a bestseller about the management of COVID in Jamaica that is called Wild Flavors, for the people who love to read, right? It was on the New York Times list of bestsellers, right? A book written by Dr. Tufton about the experience of Jamaica and the management of Jamaica to overcome the COVID pandemic. And we stand head and shoulders with the best of the world in how we have been able to treat that. So you have good management, you have good leadership, right? What you want is representation to match to this level and to this energy. And I'm trusting that you will give me the opportunity to cover it.
I just want to close by thanking Warren for his invitation and thanking you for coming out tonight and for staying the time here to just listen to us speak, listen to me speak. Really want to reiterate what was said earlier. You have a good man here. He's working hard. He is really planting his feet in the constituency, going from house to house, touching base with everybody, listening to everybody. Good leadership starts with listening, by the way, not just talking. And I know he has been to a house near you and continues so to do. And so I really want to just encourage you. Make the effort. Don't leave any stone unturned. Get him elected. The other people have had their chance, and you know what it resulted in. And you rejected them. And they are back now to make the same mistake again. Warren is a young man with a lot of energy and a lot of commitment. And he understands rural life because he come out of the bowels of rural life. And he understands government and representation because he has been there. So he has my 100% support. I fully back him, endorse him, and want to work with him as your member of parliament in the third term to provide the water that you need, the farm work card, the road, the training that is necessary, the health services that is important, all the things that you have mentioned here tonight, which will make life easier for you. So give him your support. I'll be back another time before that day to come just give you a little more encouragement, if not in this area and somewhere else. In the meantime, it is the Labour Party for Jamaica. We're choosing Jamaica by choosing the Labour Party. And we have a party that has done more for you than any other government and any party during their time. That is enough to give them a third term. God bless you, and sorry I never got a chance to tour the whole day because of my commitments and the Prime Minister being there. But we'll make it happen again. God bless. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Good night. Good night. See you soon at the next venue.
So there are the people. Thanks for watching, thanks for sharing. So you know, last on the creed always cover the political activities. Okay, with the HR everywhere. Big up all the laborers then.
Be cares for Jamaica. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah. Call everyone who loves sweet Jamaica to stand and show our national pride. Out of many one people, still so much love. You see your government is doing what's right. We care for roads and community. We building integrity. We care for your families. Come on and do your part.
Alright, so people, this is Leciesterfield Square in Clarendon, alright? So this is Leciesterfield, we are talking about Copperwood, Coffee Peace, 9 Turn, all those places, alright? People, please subscribe to this channel.
No time to linger. Newbie said that, you know. Northwest Clarendon, big up on yourself. Newbie is the one. Terry Linen said that. You want to squeeze it off for Newbie. No time, yeah, to linger. No time to linger. Newbie is the answer. No time to Time to linger. Newbie said that, you know. Northwest Clarendon, big up on yourself. Newbie is the one. Terry Lennon said that. You want to squeeze it off for Newbie.